All right. Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Angel Grove Radio. We're back at you for February of 2026 with our second
Episode
episode.
2.
Yeah, we're all here. Um, Immediate
Let's
drop in quality. We lost our
let's
budget.
let's start from
We
the
blew it all on the pilot. Sorry.
and get back up.
Yeah, the elephant in the room is we very much only intended to record episode 1 in a studio. With that said, you guys fucking loved it. So
Yes.
so
And
we've
it turned out a
decided
lot better than we had anticipated.
yeah.
The thing is, not only did you guys like it a lot more than we expected you to, we liked it a lot more than we expected to. So we definitely want to jump back into the studio. This is a one-time, maybe on emergencies basis, but we do plan on going back to the studio. But there's only one way to do that. Dylan, do you want to tell him?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Hawk.
If they're listening to this podcast, they know
Spoiler,
my name.
don't say his name.
No, I forgot. Okay, so there's
How
we want to go back to
my
the
name in the first
studio,
one.
and there's only one way for us to do so. Hawk, can you please tell the lovely people what they won?
You won. No, like Jimmy said, and Will and Colin, we all talked about it, and we decided, hey, we liked the studio experience a lot more than we originally planned. So we decided that for this episode, we'll go and do, the online stuff and how you see now. But going forward from here, we will have shows back in the studio. Unfortunately, the studio does cost a bit of money, which we are all willing to pay, but we wanted to give you guys the chance to help out with that because a lot of you have expressed interest in getting this show more often than just once a month, the first Saturday of every month. So you can now go to patreon.com/Angel Grove Radio and support the channel. There's a couple tiers on there. You get a couple different things. There are new shows, including an extra hour or so, like an extra episode that we record right after this one every week. We reply to a lot of your guys' comments on the YouTube channel. If you want to comment on there, we can reply to your comments in the Patreon on that video if you want to comment on there as well. Just a little more interaction and directness from us to you. There's also 2 other special podcasts on there that you'll get on rotating weeks. Basically, when you're not getting Angel Grove Radio, you can get the relaunch of Tokusatsu World Tour, which is us watching a episode or 2 of a tokusatsu that we've never seen before and going through that with all the fun facts and everything that you guys remember the last time we did Tokusatsu World Tour. And then the second thing is a Mystic Force 20th anniversary rewatch, or first watch for myself and a rewatch for some others, where we go through a couple episodes every month and rewatch Mystic Force all throughout the year for its 20th anniversary for a lot of people that haven't seen it before. One of the benefits of this whole thing is we're all older men. We all have jobs. I imagine a lot of you watching this podcast also have jobs. And so we don't want to do things that are like, you have to watch a whole season to listen to this hour of us talking. So I think doing 2 or 3 episodes a piece for each of these Patreon episodes really helps out on people, really is easy on people's time throughout the week.
And another way that you can support us and help us get back into the studio, we also have merch now. All of it designed by me, so that's an added bonus where you can get merch that you can wear and support. That money goes directly back into the podcast, and you get to wear some of my work. And if you're interested, go to Angel Grove Radio shop fourthwall.com. It's kind of a mouthful, but that's the official merch. There's a bunch of designs. We'll be adding a lot more, so that's another great way to support Angel Grove Radio.
Links will be in the description
for whipping out all
you guys
those
watch
designs like unprovoked.
I just went to it. There's so many of them.
I mean,
shirts,
I think there's really
stickers,
something for everyone. So
there's hats. There's a lot of cool stuff, and we'll add more as we come up with ideas. I already have a few things that I want to work on, so there's a lot of cool stuff on there. And don't feel pressured to buy any of it. But like, if you're like, hey, that looks really, really cool, just know that 100% of those proceeds will be put back into Angel Grove Radio, so we can continue going into the studio, producing a higher quality and more of it. So thank you all, because this is possible by viewers like you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you ever wanted a PBS Red Ranger sticker, it's in the merch in the merch shop. Yeah, I think we've gone over it a couple times. None of us were really expecting the reception that the first episode got.
I wasn't expecting a reception, if I'm totally for real.
Shout out to all of you guys. I mean, just reading the comments is really, really cool because it's one. I mean, we were just in that studio talking as friends, and we're like, "Hey, this is fun," and we posted it, and people cared. You cared, and I liked reading those comments. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, it was really cool. Now that the fun stuff is out of the way, we have a funeral to celebrate, boys.
Woo! My uncle.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
I don't know how to segue from that.
You don't. You just keep going.
Another funeral of a different loved one.
The funeral I was talking about was Super Sentai. We were recording this on February 3rd. This Saturday is the last episode of Super Sentai as we know it.
God
at least
damn.
for 10 years. At least for 10 years.
Only 10?
Only 10. It's a hiatus of 10 years.
Than that.
Is that like for real? Like, is it gonna be? Did they say 10 years, or is that an assumption?
So what actually happened is the producer Shirakura, the same dude that got mad at the Geo Trinity stuff from years and years ago.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to know about that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to know about Trinity. Shirakura. He basically was doing an interview, and he says that I hope that Sentai can come back revitalized in like 10 years or so. That would be a good time for it to rest. And everyone latched onto that and said, Sentai's not done. It's on hiatus. It'll come back in 10 years. And I'm like, guys, if that's true, then VR Troopers is on hiatus or has been on hiatus until it came back in the comic books.
Right. It was just on a 25-year hiatus. No big deal.
Yeah. only 25 years. It's cool.
Only 25
That's
years.
exactly what the director of VR Troopers said. He said maybe in 25 years they'll be revitalized.
Right. Maybe they'll bring it back in a comic book.
Yeah.
Until it comes back, it's not a hiatus. That's my like firm stance on it at this point.
Yeah. I think people are using that to cope with the loss. Like they can't cope with the idea of this long running show that they adore, supposedly, ending. Because if they really adored it, they would have kept watching. They would have made money, and it would still keep going. I'm saying.
He said supposedly, looking directly at you, Will.
I know. He's like just burning right into my fucking retinas.
Supposedly they love Super Sentai, but don't like Gojuger.
Yeah. Will doesn't like anything fun. Just kidding. I don't care for Gojuger either.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people have different ways of coping with all of this. I think it's a bit extreme because I don't know. Like when Rangers ended a few years ago, my biggest fear was worrying about the person I would be after it. Because I feel like for a while I associated myself so strongly with this fucking TV show for some fucking reason. And I felt like it was the only reason people like talked to me or whatever. But now it's like that moment has come and gone. And now it's just like, it's so silly to like in retrospect to think about it because it was just like, I don't know what the fuck I was worried about. Because it's like, it's just a TV show. It ends, life goes on. You find other things to get interested in. And it's not like the thing is fucking erased from your memories. You still have the memories of like, there's a 50-year catalog of this damn show. Like, I need people to understand how long that is. That's older than most people who are watching the show right now. So it's just kind of insane to me that just like so many people are, I've seen people have like full on identity crises about Sentai ending. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I think I get it. We have different ways of escapism right now, especially right now, like escapism is needed. But like, I also think it's important that people get a grip and just kind of find something else to do, man. Like, just find some other thing to spend your time doing.
I mean, there's people
a Lego set or something. I don't know.
There's people who like turn their whole like online identity, like it's only Super Sentai. Like their username on Twitter is like, it's based on a Super Sentai. Their profile picture is like a Super Sentai OC. All everyone they talk to, same exact people. So like they've made it their whole identity. And so I do, from that perspective, I'm like, man, this thing that I've made my whole identity is going away. It does not mean I'm also going away. So
Yeah.
I kind of get it from that. But
Yeah.
the world moves on. The planet keeps spinning. As Will mentioned, there's a whole catalog. Some of it available on DVD that you can go back and watch. So
I know
you'll be
most people
okay.
haven't
Most of it
seen
is available
most of the
on some.
shows. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing too. Like I know people haven't seen most of those shows.
Yeah.
So it's just like go back and revisit the history, see what got it to where it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Well, so like, what was everyone's first exposure to Sentai? I know for us, it's probably going to be the Power Rangers equivalent, but like, do y'all remember the first Sentai show that you watched as it was coming out?
the first one I watched
Ooh.
was Shinkenger.
Shinkenger.
hmm That's why it's been kind of
Okay.
cool seeing Dylan watch it, or Hawk.
Ooh,
Hawk. His name
what?
is, I don't know who Dylan is.
Caught him
I
again.
don't know who that man is.
We're starting a jar, guys.
It rhymes with cock.
You're gonna have to
Here's
get
the thing. Here's the thing. You keep telling us not to call you Hawk, and then so we stop calling you
It's
Hawk.
hard
You
because,
don't have-
like,
I
dude,
don't
in
care.
real life, he
Y'all
doesn't even introduce
We're
himself
the
with
worst
his fake name.
superhero team, because if we're supposed to have secret identities and we're calling each other by our names, it kind of defeats the point.
So sorry. Let's go. Let's reset. Go ahead, Will.
Okay, so it's been kind of cool watching Hawk see Shinkenger for the first time because that was my first Sentai series. So
Okay.
it's been cool to see. Even though he has horrible taste and doesn't think
You're
the
so
mecha are
stupid.
great.
You're so stupid.
The mecha are great. They're some of the best. What about yours, Jimmy?
So I remember the first Sentai I watched as it was airing, but I kind of want to share the story of like how I discovered Sentai, because for a lot of us, like, there's that kind of moment where like, oh, that everything suddenly makes sense. I was in high school, and my buddy Adam, shout out to Adam, not the editor, but my high school friend. Shout out to Adam, the editor. He comes up to me, goes, we're in a computer coding class. He goes, dude, come check this out. And he like drags me into his computer, and the entire time I'm like, oh my god, this dude's gonna get us in trouble. Like, what did he pull up on the computer it's so important? And he shows me a picture of the White Ranger with like other Rangers that kind of look like him. He goes, dude, look. And I wasn't paying close attention. I was like, yeah, those are the Power Rangers. He goes, look closer. And I look closer, and sure enough, it's the Die Ranger suits. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, where'd you find this? He goes, bro, you don't know? I was like, of course I don't know. What did he tell me? And he explains to me the lore. He goes, dude, like, our first season of Power Rangers is their 17th season. Like, he's explaining it to me. And so we go down this rabbit hole of like all these different seasons that we never got. And eventually we see like their version, like a Forever Red. And that was kind of it, right? Fast forward to a few years, I'm watching Super Mega Force like one does. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is kind of cool, but like all my favorite parts are in suit. And then I realized, oh yeah, there's a Japanese equivalent. It's called Super something. So I looked it up. I typed in Japanese Power Rangers, and sure enough, I found Gokaiger. And I started watching Gokaiger. I got about halfway through.
Oh wow!
I'm like,
You're
man.
like, wow, this shit fucking sucks.
I was like, this is, yeah, right? Yeah, worse.
Gokaiger was really your
Sentai.
first. That's pretty cool. That Gokaiger was your first Sentai series.
It was my first halfway through, because I was like, I don't recognize half of these suits. Like, I mean, I kind of saw them through pictures. So I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I kind of let it go. And I was like, I watched a little bit of Sentai here, a little bit of Sentai there. But the first season I watched as it was airing was Q Ranger, because it was airing at the same time as X-Aid, which was my first Kamen Rider series. Because I just got into this whole rabbit hole of like, oh, I could watch Tokusatsu now. And those were my first two.
Nice.
Yeah.
Q Ranger.
Such a good season.
Your friend was like, check out this on the computer. And you're like, hentai? And he goes, no, Sentai.
Sentai, even better.
No, even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think So I remember being on like Ranger Central Ranger Board back in the Bush era,
Yeah, it
so
was like
long ago.
2005, 2006 when those shows
Ah,
existed.
Shout out to Colin for
yeah.
calling it the Bush era.
Right?
We need to start calling presidents eras like
There was
Japan
two
does.
Bush eras though.
So this is like yeah. So this is like 2005, 2006. I'm on Ranger Central,
Oh, the
and
W era.
yes,
W era.
What other one would I have been alive for?
And
I
on
just
Ranger
wanna-
board.
Do you have a secret you want to tell us?
No, I just want to be very clear. I was not like Hawk misspoke when he referred to us as old men. I'm not old. I'm
Yes, you are.
practically still in my 20s.
Right.
So
No.
Practically
That's
still.
what I said when I was 30. I was like, I'm practically still in my 20s.
I'm basically still in my 20s.
Well,
He had
yeah,
a
you
whole
were.
birthday to celebrate the death of his 20s.
Are you
What?
old as Power Rangers?
I am not older than Power Rangers. No, I'm not.
You're the same age as Power Rangers.
I have never known a world without Power Rangers. I was born the day that Tommy became the White Ranger.
So you're old.
You shut
So
up.
your birthday social is 1990.
This 1990 something or whatever. It's the end of the 90s.
19?
Wait, you have a 19 in your birth year?
The 1900s?
That's kind of cringe. That's kind of cringe,
Yes,
bro.
The 1900s.
The
Baby
1900s.
Colin coming down out of the white
So-
light.
So back in the old Wild West days of the internet, Wikipedia isn't as refined as it exists, and there is a Wikipedia article for Power Rangers, but it's not super detailed. And so I'm on Ranger board, and then I click over to this other tab that I hadn't clicked before, and I start to see, kind of like Jimmy, I see all these suits that I had never seen before, and they all look really old. They all look like, wait, this looks like it's from the 80s. And then that's when I'm seeing Mask Man, Flash Man, Jet Man, all these mans, and I'd never even heard of them before. But
And he goes, whoa, I love mans.
I love all these men.
I do love men. And then I see it's still going, and I see I saw SPD on the thing, and I was like, oh wait, I recognize that as SPD, so it's had to have been like 2005. But then underneath it, I had seen a team that I'd never seen before, one that never existed to me. I think it was one of the early press images of Magi Ranger, and I'm like, wait, are those? What kind of Power Rangers are those? Why are their visors like that? They have capes? And that kind of is what sparks the interest of like, wait, no, I have to learn more about this. Like, there's Power Rangers from Japan, and then I think, wait, there was that one episode of Dino Thunder, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to that.
Yeah.
But then I found Deca Ranger, and then not too long after Magi Ranger started, and I didn't watch that one all the way through, but the first one that I did watch from start to finish as it was airing was Shinkenger.
Wow. What about you, Hawk?
I love that you guys have to pause every time before you say my name now. Just
I'm not gonna care anymore. I'm just gonna use it interchangeably.
We'll let you edit your own name out.
Yeah, if you want to bleep it out every time, go for
We
it.
said it so much in episode
Just
one.
like the screech of a hawk every time someone says your actual name.
What about you? So I grew up obviously in Los Angeles, and I was so drenched on every Power Rangers ripoff show there was, of like, Jimmy's gonna hate me, Super Commune Samurai Cyber Squad, Mystic Knights, VR Troopers. Like I was young enough to where I was the target audience for all of that. There it is, the GOAT show.
Yeah.
And so anything with Power Rangers, I was like, I'm gonna watch this. Fast forward to my dad and me and my brother walking around Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet, and there's just bootleg DVDs of whatever Sentai they had at the time, like Jetman and stuff. And I always was just like, oh, that'd be cool to watch. My parents never bought it for me, but I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Didn't like put together, I mean, I guess I did put together that this is what Power Rangers was based on and all that stuff, but it wasn't until much later in life that I was like, oh, I can watch these and I can go back and watch these, online or whatever. So the first season that I watched, not weekly, but basically just marathon through, was Go Busters. Mainly because so many people were like, I saw a fit caused all over online that this season was skipped. This season was skipped. And I wasn't a fan of like Mega Force or Super Mega Force or anything, but I'm like, I'm going to be the cool guy. I'm going to go watch the season that doesn't have an American counterpart. And I thought I was way better than everyone because I watched
so cool.
Super Sentai. Yeah, I thought I was like, I'm gonna watch this one with the with the leather suits and everything, and I'm gonna be the cool one. I went and bought my first figure arts of
Little
Red
did he
Buster.
know Will was watching it at the same time, and we were both equally as uncool
Yeah.
as each other.
And then eventually got
Wait.
adapted, and I was like,
Y'all can see for
"Ugh."
yourself. I was also watching Go Busters in 2012, and I was a pretty cool cat. If I do say so myself. Yeah.
Now, Hawk, the way you felt watching Go Busters is the way that a lot of kids feel on Twitter right now. They're like, I watch Super Sentai. I watch
You don't
Kitty
know.
Power Ranger.
Well, what's funny is like I feel like I'm very like we were talking about. There's 50 years to go back and watch. Watching Shinkenger has made me realize that I basically only watched Go Busters and then like all of the Reiwa era stuff, and then we just watched Keeper Ranger. But I've basically only watched experimental style Sentai. Like everything in the Reiwa era, even like parts of Kira Major, feels so different from the traditional Sentai formula that like Shinkenger has. And we're 22, 23 episodes in, something like that right now. And every episode, I'm like, yeah, I get that they're making this to make a Power Rangers out of it. It feels like they're making this to make a Power Rangers out of, and it feels very like formulaic, and Shinkenger does it really well. So I'm afraid if I go back and watch more, then I'm going to watch one that's like hella boring. I'm like, this doesn't do it as good as Shinkenger does it. But that's the plus side of the Reiwa era, is that everything has been so experimental up until this point. Just based on like, story formula, way you do the mecha, way you do the suits even.
Yeah. I would say for anyone who wants to, because there's a question of like, I want to get into Sentai, but I don't know where to start. I would say a good place to start, find the Sentai that was airing the year that you were born. I think that's like a pretty good metric. For me, it's Kaku Ranger. And that one is a really fun, kind of experimental Sentai series because during the 90s was a really experimental time for Sentai because up until then, most series were sci-fi or spy themed, but the 90s we had a solid decade of fantasy based series, and there's a lot of really unique ones there. So I would say, give one of those a shot.
That's what my birth year was, when they were like, "Holy shit, kids love dinosaurs. We need to make everything dinosaurs
so fucking much."
Yeah.
I've
More
tried watching
dinosaurs.
the Sentai of the year that I was born, and I don't think I liked it. I don't remember liking it. I like Die Ranger though.
Which one was? What year were you?
1990.
90.
90.
That's 5-man.
Yeah, I don't remember caring for 5-man all that much.
Okay, it's not always a winning stretch. Some years are going to be nuts. But
my advice is watch the Sentai of whatever Power Ranger season you really, really like, because it feels like you're watching more of it.
Yeah.
So, for example, I love Dino Charge. I went back and watched Gyoryuger and I loved it. So, that's I think another good piece of advice.
Which one? So between Dino Charge and Kyoryuger, which theme song did you prefer? I'm curious for my own benefit.
Whoa. That's I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
For copyright reasons. Vamula.
Vamula.
Which is funny because I think I'm in the exact opposite camp of Jimmy, of like, don't watch the ones that you remember fondly as Power Rangers. Go watch stuff you haven't seen before. Because I think a lot of people will look at that and just constantly compare it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, this will never be this. Oh, this will never be this. The same way that I'm watching Shinkenger right now, and I can't post a single video about it without all the comments blowing up. Oh, well, the Samurai did this better. Oh, Samurai sucked at this part. This is way better than Samurai. I'm like, I'm so divorced from the two because I don't know anything about, or I know a little bit about Samurai. There's the one gigantic spoiler that everybody knows about Samurai.
Right.
But other than that, I'm like enjoying Shinkenger for being Shinkenger. Whereas when I went back and tried to watch Time Ranger, and I have this huge affinity for Time Force, it's so hard to divorce those suits in my mind from, Wes and Jen to make them, I forgot what their names are even, but those characters instead.
They're that memorable.
Tatsuya and Yuri.
I almost said Takuya. I was like, I know that's not right. That's the Digimon Frontiers guy.
Yeah.
So I'm in the opposite camp of you there.
Yeah.
What is your guys' favorite Sentai memory?
Ooh. Besides discovering it in that classroom in high school with my friend Adam, shout out Adam.
Not the editor.
Oh, not the editor. I mean, the editor too. He seems chill. My favorite Sentai memory. Oh, I have one. Moderating the panel with Go On Red at Japandol Heroes in, was it 2019? No, 2021.
21, yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be my favorite Sentai memory.
In 2023.
23.
Yeah, we haven't all known each other.
I was like, we were still stuck inside in 2021.
Yeah, no, it was 2023. Yeah, it was 2023. Moderating the panel with Go On Red, with Sasuke, at Japan World Heroes. That for me was huge, just because that dude is as charismatic in person as he is on the screen. Like, he embodies his character to a point where, like, he didn't need me as a moderator.
No.
Like, he came in, he took over, and yeah, sure, I asked my questions, but he could have been up there by himself. No translator necessary, because everyone was just in awe of this dude. So I think that might be, for me, my favorite Sentai memory.
He's so happy all the time.
Yeah, he's very much a person who actually really cares about his role on the show, and like really appreciates what it means to people. Like, that's really cool.
Dude has a tragic backstory. Like as a person, I'm not gonna delve into it too much, but like, that dude's a superhero with his backstory, like, legit. And to be that charismatic and that, like, just the way he loves life, with the stuff that he went through, like, it's inspiring, actually. Yeah. What about you guys?
I got mine. It's the final 2 episodes of King Oger. I don't think I've ever, something about, like, as I was streaming the 2 episodes or final 2 episodes or whatever, we were doing watch alongs and everything, but the way those episodes hit me so differently, of like, this is a team that I love from top to bottom. Not a weak point in my heart for any of them. You know what I mean? Like, they're all top tier characters for me. We followed them this long. And it wasn't just that. It was, oh, I care about everyone on this planet. I don't just care about the 6 people in front of me, which is a way I didn't feel watching Boom Boonger, if that makes sense. The Boom Boonger finale. Of like, oh, well, I only care about these 6 people on the team or whatever. Whereas the King Oger finale, like, that moment where they all come, the Avengers portal scene where they all come and all the peasants are there, like, helping them out, backing them up. That was like, I legitimately got off stream and like sat and cried, because I was like, that was too good.
You should have monetized that. Cut the camera rolling.
Before I knew shorts, before I knew shorts were happening, or like the power of shorts or whatever. But I wish I could go back and like experience it for the first time. So now every time I see someone watching King Oger for the first time, like, I have to figure out when they watch that part and watch it with them.
Yeah.
On the Patreon only, Jimmy watches King Oger for the first time. And
right, exactly.
I just spoiled it.
Can subscribe to watch me.
My favorite moment is similar to Hawk's in that it's the finale of a pretty beloved season. It's the final stretch of episodes of Gokaiger, and that was another series that I had watched start to finish. And I also had seen quite a bit of Sentai by that point too. So, following along week to week and just getting all the references and everything, I loved it. But that final stretch of episodes, and we're getting those last couple of cameos in, and when the team finally finds the treasure, and of course they don't take the treasure. They realize their dreams are much bigger than that. It's such a cheesy ending, but I love it so much, of them like holding up the box of Ranger keys and returning them all to their Ranger Senpai. It's so beautiful and perfect. It
Wait, we're
really
supposed
is.
to give back our Ranger keys? Mine are
Uh,
right here.
If you're good, if you're
mine
a
are-
real one.
If you're a
Mine
real
are-
one, you would give it back.
Mine are in a box somewhere.
Oh,
And
did you give them back?
no, never. Uh, and yeah, no, it's perfect. I love the Gokaiger cast.
There they are.
I'm perfectly. There they are.
I didn't give mine back.
They're
I
In
just
fact,
out
Ji-
there
Jimmy is
forever.
who they all went to at the end.
Actually, yeah.
It's
I
just
got them
Jimmy with an
after.
open box off screen. If you get the IMAX version of the Gokaiger Blu-ray, you can see that scene of Jimmy just holding the box open.
Right.
And then reselling them at Power Morphicon.
Exactly.
Will, you got yours?
Oh yeah. Sorry. I don't know. For me, I guess it's just more so like the best memory I have is just kind of like experiencing it for the first time. Um, because Shinkenger came out. RPM was airing at the time, so Power Rangers was over again. And so it was just like, all right, well, what else am I gonna do now? And so kind of like following that, Shinkenger was just kind of like a special show to watch because it was just like I think it was just like a good intro into what Super Sentai could be. Like Dylan Hawk has been saying, it's formulaic. Fuck. It's formulaic in like a way that's just enjoyable, and I don't know. It came in at like the right time, I think, in my life. I didn't really keep up with Sentai year to year. That was just never really my thing. I tried doing it for a few years, and it was just like sometimes life just happened, and I just it was more complicated to watch it 10 plus years ago. But it's definitely gotten a lot easier nowadays. But yeah,
Still
I think
waiting
just
on that Shinkenger DVD release.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're getting a Shinkenmaru and a Memorial Shuttle phone, so maybe you're getting closer.
I would also yes. I just really want these.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess just that time, the 2009, 2010, just that era of Sentai, and just kind of like going into it without with no longer the assumption of a Power Rangers show following it. I think that just sort of like made me more receptive to it, and yeah, I think just that general time was just like a really good time. And then of course like Gokaiger happened around the same time, so that was also like a big celebratory hurrah. So there was a lot of cool stuff happening for Sentai during that time. So I think that was just like a good memory for me.
We all
Sounds
missed
like
the
a good
2009,
year to be a
2010.
Toku fan.
2009 was
I would
a
say
great
so.
year to
Yeah,
be a
I mean,
Toku
like,
fan.
yeah,
We
because
also
I mean,
got Kamen Rider Dragon Knight that same year.
true. We had Dragon Knight going. Decade happened, and Double happened that same year too, because Decade was a shorter show than normal. So a lot of people's faves in the Tokusatsu sphere now happened in that year. So it was like a pretty solid year for Tokusatsu as a whole.
Yeah, 2018 is my go year.
What was it, 2018?
Lupat and Build.
Oh, I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'll give you a build.
I'll give you Build.
No, Lupin was for the most part fun. Hawk, do you want to talk about one of your pickups for this
Do you
week?
not see it? Do you not see it right there on screen? It's just
Man,
a permanent
so-
part of my background.
I didn't
now.
recognize it without it not being pointed at your head.
So this previous weekend, I guess by the time this episode goes up last weekend, we went to a spot called Eco Town in the Orange County area. It's an offshoot of Book Off, same company, and we were looking around, and there was a glass case full of like Pokemon cards, like the more expensive stuff, and in there was a bunch of Kamen Rider belts and some other henshin devices. And there was the cross. Is it called the cross changer? The cross changer, and it was calling Hawk's name like
I have
a
no
siren.
clue what it's called. All I know is I saw it. And for the record, I bought it for two reasons. One, I thought it'd be a funny joke on stream. Two, it was the only tokusatsu toy they had that didn't have a gimmick attached because for some reason they were selling the gimmicks, the straps, and the actual belt all separately.
Yeah, I think what might have happened there is a collector sold his like just a bucket full of random stuff, and they didn't want to go to the trouble of like finding out what goes to what, so they decided let's just price everything separately. Because even then, like there was things that were in the glass case that were missing certain parts, but then we found the missing parts in a random bucket in a different aisle.
Yeah, on the other side of the store.
Yeah, so, but it was kind of funny because like we ended up in the parking lot in front of a Daiso, on a completely different side of LA. We went from Orange County to LA, and we were just fiddling with it, trying to figure out how it worked, and we weren't able to figure out this toy made for children. One of our friends, Eddie, who's never seen the show, he looked at it and he pieced it back together exactly how it was supposed to be. And we're like, "You've never seen the show? You're not even a Toku fan, but." Respect.
I mean, to be fair, it's a dumb changer.
That's where I decided it was the dumbest changer.
It's
of
a
all
dumb
time.
changer, and it looks like a cool mecha, but it is a dumb changer.
No,
not every mecha needs to be a changer.
Yeah.
No, so Hawk was trying to convince me that it was a really stupid changer before I got my hands on it. And I was like, it can't be that bad. And then as I was fiddling with it, I was like, this is the worst toy I've ever held in my life. So it definitely is the worst changer. It was awful. If it's your favorite changer, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry that it's awful. Like, you should
I watched for 20 minutes Jimmy just fumble with it and be like, I don't understand how this works. I'm like, I know, right? It's got this big empty space in the middle that it's supposed to go through.
Because you interlock them, right? Like in an X.
Yeah, we figured that part out, but it was like we were trying to figure out where the arms were. Yeah. We're like, where are the arms? And it turns out they were sold separately. Maybe they were in a different bin.
No, the arms are actually sold separately.
Are the arms for the? It's the not versus changer.
The X changer.
X changer. Thank you. Are the arms for that like? Meant to be like trigger machines and dial machines.
Yeah, they're like separate trains. So there's 4 trains in total, but the actual changer only comes with 2 trains, and then you have to buy 2 littler trains that become the arms.
That's a lot.
Oh, I thought they were included. That's
if they were included, they were not
here.
In that glass case. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
we
they were not part of it.
In our defense, they weren't in the other bin with the miscellaneous like straps and stuff. They weren't in there either. So what could have happened is if they were, someone else bought the exchanger at a different eco town with missing the trains, saw it at this eco town. It was like, I want those trains.
Right. Yeah, but I just want these little trains.
It was what an experience. So maybe that's my favorite Sentai memory.
I'm gonna have another like white boots on ninja steel suits moments. I don't love when mechs like the individual ones just become a brick, like how the dial fighters and trigger machines, like how it's you just take the fire engine and stick it on there, and it's the arm. It doesn't transform or at all. It doesn't reveal a fist or anything. You just put a fire engine on the shoulder of this thing.
You pull the trigger, and it like a little piece goes beep, and it pokes out a little bit more now.
I'm not saying this to pick on Loopat either. I don't like it when Cure Major did it, and
I'm with you mainly because in Loopat they take a whole ass blimp and stick it on the arm, and they're just
I know, and it looks great on the changer, but when it's actually just like on the thing, no, I don't like it. I'm not the biggest fan of like just the way they all kind of cluster together either. Things can fold into each other, you know.
This man trying to tell me that the Shinkenger mecha is good.
Modern Transformers.
Yeah, they can just
the origami from Shinkenger are triple changers. We don't get that very often.
No. All right, so how do we feel about the PMC announcements?
Oh yeah, that is what's next. Yeah,
Koichi
let's talk about it a little bit. This week, PMC announced their first 3 guests, that being Koichi Sakamoto, Kane Kusugi, and Motoko Sakamoto.
Yep.
And who are these people?
Yeah, tell us who they
I'm
are.
glad you asked, guys. Haha. Koichi Sakamoto, GOAT Tokusatsu director, directed my Tokusatsu of the year last year, Extreme Vanguard Batar, a Chinese Tokusatsu, but is also responsible for, I'm going to say, pretty much every episode you love of Tokusatsu ever. He's done a lot. He's done the Kyoryuger episodes of King Oger. If you're a Gojuger fan and you're ride or die for that, the Lupat episodes of Gojuger, as well as the Gao Red episodes of Gojuger, are both Sakamoto special double episodes. Kane Kosugi is the American Ninja Black. He is also Kamen Rider Daimon in the Revice movie and special. And he's also Ultraman Powered, which is how they heavily marketed him this week for Power Morphicon, which I thought was a little weird because that is not how anyone that I would know
that is not the first thing I think of when I see this man.
Exactly.
That is not the first thing I think of.
I think they were being purposely coy. We had lunch with a buddy of ours. We're not going to say his name just in case, but we asked him about like, hey, those announcements, like, are they who they think we are? And he goes, it's more hinting of who we might be able to get.
I know you're watching this right now, and you fucking lied to us, and I know
you lied to us. Because we're like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, we've reached out. Nothing's happening yet. We don't know. And it's like, okay, cool.
You know.
And then
not just the next day they were announced.
The next day they were announced. And I was just like, either no one tells you anything or you lied to us. And I'm very certain that you're a liar because I know what you do for PMC, and I doubt that they would keep this information from you. So you know who you are, and I love you, but you lied to us. And I guess by this way, your boss now knows he can trust you because you won't even tell your friends. What happened to the friend DA? All right,
the friend DA,
not the friend DA.
So though I mean that's fun. I mean I'm excited. My favorite part of like PMC announcements are going to be the Japanese guests, because for the American guests we've gotten a bunch of them. Like we've gotten most of them at some point. They have to get someone who they've never gotten before, or like a wild card like Ricardo Medina, for it to be a surprise.
Ricardo Medina in 2026 would be fucking insane.
I don't know. But
they could do it.
These guests, because they haven't gotten so many of them, like they could pull anybody and people would be amazed. So,
oh wait, guys, we forgot to mention who Motoko Sakamoto is.
Oh shoot, yes.
That is well, I mean, she's mostly known as Koichi Sakamoto's ex-wife. They worked together on Rangers for a long portion of pretty much the whole time he was on Rangers. She worked as a stuntee. Most notably, she was the pink. What do you call them?
A-Squad Ranger.
Yeah, the pink A-Squad Ranger.
Yeah.
She was the face they attached to that character that didn't say a
face
word.
Actor. But she's like you said, she's also a massively
successful
is the word I was looking for. Massively successful suit actor in her own right. All those pictures, everything that's next to her in that announcement is everything she suit acted in.
Yeah, she's done a lot of shit. So.
Yeah, she was at Robo Toy Fest, if I'm not mistaken, last year.
Yes.
Yeah, Robo Toy Fest.
Yes, and she was, from my understanding, from those who met her, she was super nice. So for those of you who want to go meet her at PMC, she's gonna be super nice to you too. I'm willing to bet. So no, I'm excited. So like, who are you guys' dream guests? I have mine, but I want to hear yours first, because you will not be surprised to hear mine.
Jimmy's gonna say Matthew Lawrence.
Yes, and Tim Curry.
Honestly,
and Kevin Castro.
Yes,
and all of the cast of the Super Hero Samurai Cyber Squad.
I want to see how Kevin Castro ate.
Yeah.
Because like
Malcolm's actor follows the Team Samurai Instagram, which is a podcast that's coming soon. I'm
Love
announcing
that.
it here because if I don't say it here, it's never going to happen.
I would love the Mystic Knights of Tir and Nog.
Oh, that would be cool.
That whole cast. No, in terms of like people that I would like be day one front of the line for, Banjo from Build, his actor, Eiji Okoso, I think his name is. He's been over here for Anime Expo a few years ago because he was in Zom 100, but he was like in and out. Didn't get to meet him very quickly. And a Sentai person, it's kind of a cop out, but Kirame Silver, because he is also Ram from Gav.
Twofer.
and you
Yeah,
love
I get
Silver
a twofer.
Rangers.
Yeah, I do love Silver Rangers. That is true too. Those would be
Ooh,
my two
that'd
big
be-
ones.
I would like to get the entire cast of Gav, all of them, and I'll take a photo of me with some gummies and like them next to me.
Well, I mean, so my Dreamcast, and I cut out, so I don't know if anyone had brought this up, but Koichi Sakamoto, he's got a pretty recognizable project here in the States. He also directed Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior,
Let's go.
Yep.
The best Disney Channel
original
movie. Let's go.
Yes. And so, if we're talking dream PMC guest, why not Brenda Song?
That would be
Why
really
not
fun.
And she could bring Macaulay Culkin with her. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he
exactly.
likes Power Rangers.
She could. They've got their boys are old enough for Power Rangers.
And
No, I mean just like have reunite Brenda Song with Koichi Sakamoto, who directed her first project away from Sweet Life.
and she did a really good job in that movie. Like it
She-
made
I could
they
I could
made
do a-
Brenda Song look like a badass, and that takes a lot of work.
could, and I probably should just do a whole video essay on like how that on Brenda Song's career and how that decom was so pivotal for her career on the Disney Channel.
that got her the Social Network. I heard.
Did it really?
Okay.
No, she's,
Oh,
she's
I was
in like
like,
one scene of the Social Network. Where
I
she,
was
like,
about to
gives
say,
Mark
yeah, like
Zuckerberg a
I'm like,
blowjob.
wow,
That's
she
Zuckerberg's
had to fight for a
fault.
whole movie so that way she could get 2 lines to fake
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg.
That's the whole
yeah,
thing.
Brenda Song
I
would be
saw-
my dream PMC guest.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I like Brenda Song in the Power Rangers reboot.
Oh
That's-
yeah,
why not?
yeah.
That's besides the point.
Why not?
But,
Like-
Will, did you give us your dream guess?
No, I think mine. I don't know. I'm sort of like burnt out on guess, but like if I really really want to meet someone, let's go big. Let's do Shotaro and Phillips actors from Kamen Rider Double
Ooh, together.
together, not separate. And I know like Phillips actors agency is like kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. That's kind of like why they don't really do anything together. But if somehow PMC was able to swing it, get the both of them, that would be fucking incredible. Or if you can't, Kamen Rider Skull. There you go.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
You know what? For girls, I'm throwing in 2 girls. I'm gonna say Kirame Pink or Canon from Ghost.
Mhm.
She's in a lot. And Kamen Rider Ainz, the newest rider to join.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, that'd be
I have
Kamen Rider Nepo Baby.
Yeah.
so I have some additions. I would like to get besides those that we've already gotten. I want them back, but I want blue and yellow Gokaigers, and I want red and green and pink to come back. So we have an almost full team because we're never getting silver.
We're never
I was
getting
gonna say, wait, there's
ever
one more.
again.
There's one more.
Probably not getting silver for a while.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good photo op of like everyone taking a picture and they're wearing silver because like that's their silver for the photo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said this on stream this week, but when the Maya situation happened with Gojuger, I was messaging some people who are in a position to make that stuff happen, to bring people over, if that makes sense. I was messaging some people from there, and I was told very distinctively that is a gigantic no, that once someone has kind of done that dirty, they across the board, it is kind of impossible to get them. Because I was like, man, bring Maya Imamori over the year after, or even the year of, her ousting from Gojuger. That girl is making bank at Power Morphicon.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You can charge whatever you want. So many people will be in line for that shit.
Willie, so I know there's something you want to talk about.
Oh yes, I can
You
talk
can't
about
spell
it.
sim without SMP.
Oh my!
Yep.
Start.
You're goddamn right. You're
All right.
goddamn right, Jimmy. Today was the
Please tell
best
us.
day of my fucking life. Okay, let me fucking tell you guys. Okay, freaking the next installment in the Shokugan modeling project is fucking RV Robo from Car Ranger, aka the motherfucking Turbo Megazord bitch. And when I tell you, this
That's
is
the one
the
they brought on the
announcement
pirate
I
ship.
have been waiting for all fucking year. I have not given a fucking shit about anything Gojuger related, but I have been hearing rumors about this goddamn model kit for months, okay? And I've kept getting teased by these stupid little Gashapon keychains and other stupid listings for other shit that isn't this. But now we saw the pictures this morning. That was the first thing I saw when I opened my phone today. That was the first fucking thing I saw, and that was the best thing I could have ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing how
so
annoyed you must have
beautiful.
been at how much the SMP line jumped around, because the last ones they did were all Time
When
Ranger
they
ones.
did Astro Megazord, Delta Megazord, I was like, okay, cool. They're kind of sticking around the 90s, they've done Ginga Man, they've done Go-Go 5. All right, cool. Let's go back a little bit because there's 2 years y'all haven't touched yet, and that's O-Ranger and Car Ranger. It's like you're almost done with the 90s. Can we go into there? And now they're finally dipping their toe in there, and I'm fucking stoked. And it looks fucking awesome.
Are you gonna try and get some custom stickers for it so they have their turbo names?
Turbo names aren't on it.
No, but I mean, no. There's got to be someone who can make custom stickers for.
Yeah, but they don't need the names on them.
Yes, they do.
They don't.
Yes, they do.
Don't tell me what I think they need.
Hold on, Will. Hold
okay?
on. I got this. I got this.
know.
Will. I got this.
Yeah,
Colin, if you want him to have stickers, buy him an extra SMP kit. Buy him the stickers, and he'll do it.
There you go.
So after
don't make suggestions until you're ready to pay.
Exactly.
Don't make suggestions unless you're willing to talk with your wallet, Colin.
After
talk
I buy
with
my
your wallet, Colin.
kits, because
talk
Will's not the only one who's
Colin.
been jonesing for the Turbo Megazord to get this kind
with
of
your
release.
wallet, Colin.
I like Gao King. I think he's pretty cool.
I love you, Colin, by the way.
Gao King is pretty
adore
sick.
you.
I love you too. I love you too. No, Dylan and I differ because for me, just screech it out.
There's no owl. There's a hawk here.
Hawk and I differ because I personally saw Gao Knight and I was forever changed, and I've never been able to look at Gao King the same way with its lion in the center. Why not give it a gorilla? Do you know how many times we've given a Red Ranger a lion Zord? It's so played out. Then there's Gao Knight with that. Gao Knight looks cool.
I never said Gao Knight wasn't cool. I just said, man, Gao King's like up there for me. Truly, my number one would probably be the Thunder Megazord, like I forgot what they call
Which
him.
Thunder Megazord?
The like one with the bubbly
Die Ranger.
chest.
Are we all gonna get the SMP? Is that what I'm asking now?
Yes, we are.
Are we all getting it?
Yeah. I'm pre-ordering it immediately, and I will use code HAWK26 on Token Collectibles at checkout.
I will be using
so should the rest of you. So
I will use his referral link on JP Fens.
There you go.
And I will be using my tax refund to pay for it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will be doing a pay in for.
Yeah. Shout out Florida.
I'm doing that.
There's one other big toy announcement I want to talk about before we move on to the last thing we'll talk about, the last subject for the pod.
The butts?
No, not the butts. We can talk about the butts if you want to.
Okay.
I figure we'll talk about next month. Next month is going to be a big Gavin episode. So if you guys are interested in Space Sheriff Gavin Infinity, don't worry. We'll have lots to say on it in March. But I wanted to talk about the Memorial Tegasword and your guys' thoughts on that. 130% bigger than the DX Tegasword. And your thoughts on the actual
Seen bigger.
Tegasaur?
I will take
Size isn't everything.
unnecessary toys for 30.
I mean, that's kind of just the memorials at this point because, like,
No,
Like we knew it was gonna happen. We knew it
yeah,
was
but
gonna
I'm willing
happen.
to forgive the memorial releases when it's like 5, 10 years, 20 years down the line. You know, there's fans of the show. They never got the toy because they were kids and their parents couldn't afford it.
right?
Now they have adult money. Like that, I'm
Shout out the
willing to
artisan
forgive,
line.
and I welcome it. Right, the artisan line,
Not
exactly.
the Tism line.
But like doing it like for a show that isn't technically over yet. I mean, it will be. It's pretty much is, but isn't over yet, and isn't really well received, and the toy already sucks. Like, why am I gonna want a toy that sucks? That's 30% bigger, so it sucks 30% more.
Whoa,
Like, I don't want it.
130% bigger.
Yeah, 100.
Sorry,
I don't know. Like,
That's
which means
double.
it sucks 130% more. Like, whatever.
I just think they could stand to. I do agree with Jimmy. Like, if pretty much is just part of the Sentai release. Damn it, it's pretty much part of the Sentai release schedule at this point, where it's like, okay, the last month of Sentai. Here's the Memorial Edition pre-order of the changer you bought at the beginning of the year. But I mean, it's doing that so much that most people most collectors at the older people aren't getting the changers on release. They're just going, well, I'm just going to get the Memorial one when they announce it at the end of the year. And like I mean, I guess it's cool because it's like as the show is like still relevant or whatever. But also it's like, I don't know, it kind of feels more celebratory when you like give it a year. You know what I mean? Like give it a year, let the show settle down a bit, and then just be like, hey, here we go, take a sword back. You can get this one, and it's actually like fits in your hand. Isn't that fucking cool? And all your DX rings still work in it, which is actually a cool feature because they could have very easily made that annoying for people who had been collecting the rings all year.
So here's my thing about it that I didn't realize. Well, I didn't realize it until my comments started saying it. The DX rings work, yes. I was really hoping they were going to be like die-cast, new set of rings. Didn't happen. Mm-hmm. You get a new head for Take a Sword Red, which is cool. It looks a lot better. What I didn't realize until my comments started talking about it is that it doesn't fit. It's not going to fit the Rio Take a Sword or the Orca booster. So you have this, changer that turns into a mecha, and everyone's stoked about it, and you can use your DX rings on it, but you can't actually use the power-ups, which make the mecha look way cooler anyways.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
unless they get super crazy and like
the Memorial Editions. No, I was gonna say they're like, well, I mean, I can't because I have the Memorial Go phone, but that does work with my old engine cells from Go Unger. But yeah, I don't have. That's the only Memorial.
I know. Will might know this better. The Kyoryuger, the Gabu Revolver has a different pin set. Am I crazy?
No, yeah, they did change the pin set for for that release. So I think the old ones still worked, at least for the Core 6. But I think like anything beyond that, you needed to get like whatever new set they were releasing. I think. I don't know 100%, but I do know it was a different pin set than what was originally released.
Yeah, I will say what's cool.
Memorial. I'm vaguely remembering a Memorial. The Abare, the Dino Thundermorphers. Did those?
Yeah.
Like different plates too. Like would they? I don't know.
It comes with all the plates, right?
Yeah, it comes with the.
No, but I mean, like, would it have been like backwards compatible? Like, if you had the original one from 2003.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think this is before they started scaling them up, so I think it was pretty much the same. I think they might have just fit differently because it was a new mold.
Yeah, to Jimmy's point, I do remember like the King Oger, the Memorial Oger caliber coming out in November, and this one comes out in June. So, less than 6 months after the show ends. So I do feel that I don't know, if I liked the Take a Sword, I'd probably be on the other side of this of like, hell yeah, give it to me quicker. But I've been not shy about how much I despise the Take a Sword as a toy. Hey, whoever this is for, go buy it. We've sold 30 of them using the code on Collectibles, so shout out to you guys. But one thing I do think is really cool about this, and I'll give it credit for, is the DX rings that fit in there will play different sounds and will play sounds of the changers of the shows. So when you put in the, Shinkenger one, it'll play the Shinkenger changer sounds instead of,
that's cool.
Not instead of, but in addition to the Universe Warrior,
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. One aspect, though, I really wish they would stop, but I know they're not going to stop because it clearly sells well enough, is the basically downloadable content with the sound cards. They're keeping that up with this release, and
which is crazy because they didn't do it last year.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. It's so fucking annoying. Like, it's annoying because, like, as a collector, I'm not gonna be like the type of person who's like, oh, let me check the fucking sound card and make sure I have the right fucking one installed. And then where do you put that? Where are you putting that? Where are you putting these little, like, SD card? Not even SD cards. They're smaller than that. They're like micro SD cards that go inside your Tegasword. Where are you putting those? Like, they're not giving you a thing to put those in.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think you just need to get yourself a 3D printer
Like,
and make
honestly,
yourself a little stand for them.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna make this big thing, right? If you're gonna do like the Tegasword release, like, make a little altar thing like Ryugi has, like in the cafe, right? And then just make a flap on it so you could put your stupid little sound cards in there.
It reminds me of this.
Yeah, very that.
The reason why is because there's these sound chips.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea where to put these sound chips.
Yeah,
they're just posters.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the sound chips, they're like these little SD cards. Guys, it's my pickup. So these are the sound chips.
Okay, so it's just an SD card, basically.
Yeah, and it goes into here.
Yeah.
Like that. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
but here's the thing. I have another one. Where do I put this one?
Right. Yeah, and that's my thing. Like I don't appreciate that, like, downloadable content has made its way into collectibles, because it's like a lot of these things are already, like, gimmicks are built into them to start. So it's just like you're building a gimmick on top of a gimmick. And, like, that's really annoying.
the reason one thing that fans love, it's the endless amount of gimmicks that will bankrupt.
Right. And it's just like,
I don't mind that as much, though. The things that will extend the life of this toy.
Yeah.
Which is why I like the X8 driver so much, because all the gas shots have the sounds in it, which means you could continue to make gas shots until the world forgets what X8 is.
Right.
I'm on the same boat as Jimmy of, like, we know they're going to release, 60th anniversary, 70th anniversary, whatever, the same way they do the Mobirates. And I'm like, there's a way you can do the Mobirates where I don't have to keep buying new Mobirates to get the next 10 teams or the last 10 teams.
That's one where they could do this sound card thing and be good. That's where it's, like, appropriate for something like that, where it's like determined on, like, it's always evolving. It's like always evolving. And so, like, that's one where it would have been, like, totally appropriate. But now they're, like, doing it with this, and it's just like, okay, so if you have all these sound cards with, like, all of the characters from the show, then what the hell do the rings do when you put their ring in there outside of just the henshin sound? You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of lame to me. But anyway, that's just my soapbox for that. I want them to get away from that.
The voice lines are cut pretty small in favor of a lot of music, and I think a lot of people would prefer more voice lines of their favorite character.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I don't understand the voice line, so I prefer the music. All right. Last topic. Disney Plus rumors, the casting rumors. Who wants to start it off?
Oh, I'll do it. So, Disney.
Colin, I choose you.
All right. So, Disney. They're really trying to make Peyton Elizabeth Lee a thing. They did it with Annie Mac, tried to do it with Doogie Kamealoha, but that didn't take. Third time's the charm, because she is rumored to be our Red Ranger in the upcoming Power Rangers reboot.
Dude, I'm actually so happy one of us knew how to pronounce that Doogie Howser remake, because I've been trying all week.
I actually watched that show. It was pretty cute. Doogie Kamealoha.
Yeah, that's the big rumor. The big rumor is that Peyton Elizabeth Lee is pretty much locked into the Red Ranger, so much so that she has already flown to London, where filming will commence April 1st, and is screen testing with a slew of other actors for the rest of the team so far. And it's this thing we pulled from Legacy of Nerds says the colors. From what I've heard, all the colors are kind of open at this point, and they're not casting for colors, they're just casting for the cast, and then are going to set them to a color as they please at this point. But Peyton Elizabeth Lee is pretty much your shoo-in for the Red Ranger at this point. On the short list for two other Rangers is Joel Olette. I don't know what else he's been in, and it lists him as blue. Like I said, they're just screen testing for any color. And Mamona Tamada, who has been in Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action one that they just had on Netflix.
All right. Fun. I do remember that being rumored, so it's like, oh, okay.
I will say this. A girl Red Ranger in my boy brand?
Oh my goodness. It did not take this fandom 5 father fucking minutes to bring out the misogyny.
You're saying fandom. The thing is, I don't necessarily think they're a main part of the fandom. I think they're outsiders who watched the first season and then maybe the movie, and that's what they're basing off their arguments off of. Because I heard one guy be like, Jace, how are they going to change the Jason name? Is it going to be Jessica? And it's like, it's a different character, you dingus.
Okay. Maybe
it's
why not?
Why
shouldn't her name be Jessica? That's fine.
Sure, name. But it's just like that was his whole thing. Like, how can Jason be like a girl? It's a guy name. It's like, dude, shut up.
If I may, though,
yeah,
to play devil's advocate here,
of course,
I think I do. Oh, okay, shut up, gays. Okay, I think.
Excuse you. Are you telling yourself to shut up?
Hey,
sit the fuck down.
Yeah, shut up, gay.
Hey.
I'm only half sitting down. Okay.
No homophobia.
He's at a standing desk.
Yeah, I just click it. Starts phrasing. But we were talking about, you're saying people in the fandom that aren't really in the fandom that'll watch the first season or whatever, like normies, for lack of a better word. But that's who this series is aimed towards. That's who this series is trying to get, being on Disney Plus, being a more mainstream style audience. And I think a lot of people will be able to come around. Like online, you're always going to hear the vocal minority, the loudest people.
Absolutely. That's what the algorithm pushes the most.
Yeah. The loudest people are the people that the algorithm, like you said, the algorithm pushes are going to be the people that hate everything. Right. I think, because we were talking about this on stream and I thought that was interesting. I think people are going to be very okay and not get over because there's nothing to get over, but I think people are going to be very okay with a girl Red Ranger very quickly. But
yeah,
I mean, we've already, so kind of to what Jimmy said, and just like aside for what you said, Hawk, is that like I want to think that those people are, normies, minority, or just like not very representative. But when Cosmic Fury came out, and Cosmic Fury got so much shit, but I do remember before Cosmic Fury, there were just so many people when I was still on Twitter, just like saying like, man, Power Rangers, no female Red Ranger, can't go woke, go broke, dadgum. So they've existed for a while, and it is silly because the idea of a female Red Ranger has existed in Power Rangers since 2005, before even Sentai did it. And it always strikes me as weird that like there's people who like, yeah, Red Ranger's a girl. Oh my gosh, like yes, literally. Yeah. And even if you haven't seen the show since Mighty Morphin, it's like a lot has happened, a lot has changed in those times. Even in the Mighty Morphin days, they changed out the Rangers. How many? Like each Ranger color got switched out like 3 times, except for Billy. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, get over yourself.
Yeah, what I will say is like it reminded me a lot of what the discourse that happens when there's a new Star Wars something, and it's like, oh, there's a person of color in my white Star Wars. Absolutely not. Star Wars went woke, even though it's a film series about war. Like,
Right.
dude, shut
Oh
up,
my
sit down, watch.
gosh. They
Yeah.
cast
You know,
a little
watch your
black girl to
movie.
play Rue in the Hunger Games. How am I supposed to feel sorry for her when she gets killed now?
I think
Yeah,
Disney is very popular to have that target on. So like all the channels that you're thinking of, all the people that you're thinking of that usually complain, the usual
Yeah.
suspects go, all right, what's Disney putting out? Oh, Power Rangers. Let's look at that. Oh, fucking a
It's like,
girl.
well,
All right.
looks like
Go
they went
go
woke.
broke.
Didn't
Yeah.
know it was Woker Rangers.
Yep. I
Yeah.
will say, I think
Yeah, ooh,
I think
pokers.
that
I
Girl Red
bring back
Ranger
my
is
white Power Rangers.
I think a Girl Red Ranger is a very easy bridge for a lot of normies to cross, but I don't think a boy Pink Ranger would be.
Unfortunately, that's
I don't
only
think
in
doing-
the
We're not
comics
there
for now.
yet.
No,
We're
I
not
know.
there yet.
I've seen people like mention it, like, oh, I hope we get a boy Pink Ranger for this thing. I think having a girl red and a boy pink, that would set more people to the side of like, oh, maybe this is a little woke, you know? Like maybe it's a
It
little
would have
more
to
past.
not be on the same team.
Yeah.
We can't have both
Like
yet.
maybe season 2 if we
Because
introduce
people are just
another
fucking dumb,
team.
man.
Like if we introduce another team with a boy Red Ranger, we can have a boy Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's like
Near
two
the
teams
two.
on this show and one of them has a, if they're each on a separate team, but they can't be on the same team. That's just impossible.
Can't
we
lead with
can't.
it. No,
We can't
no,
allow
no,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick,
what I will say is,
oh, sorry.
ahead.
I was just gonna say the girl Momona Tamada, she plays Ty Lee in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Joel Olette is also actually in Avatar: The Last Airbender as Han in 2 episodes. He's also in a movie
Oh.
called Cascade as Jesse and Trickster as Jared. Those are his 3 top billings on IMDb.
yeah, to all 3 of you, if the rumors are true, best of luck. We look forward to whatever you have to bring to the table.
Yeah.
You're not listening to this, but on the off chance that you are, we wish you luck.
And
But
also, I
specifically
don't care
to-
what color you guys are playing. I don't
Yeah, I don't care
care.
either.
I just want to
I-
make sure y'all are filming something. Please make
What I
sure
will-
you're actually
yeah.
fucking filming something, for the love of God.
What I want to say
I-
to like the 3, if they are 3 of the ones we go with, because I feel like we're gonna get a team of 5, but if they are the 3, oh, you get ready. You're gonna have the most loyal fan base for the rest of your lives. You're gonna love it.
You
even
can't
if
get
it's
rid of
a little
us.
terrifying.
they will forever call you by your character's name,
Yeah.
and you're gonna hate it. No, but in reality, specifically to Peyton Elizabeth Lee, you may get negative comments from people who just like to give negative comments. Just know that the core fan base doesn't hate you. Do your best, and you'll be okay.
Like so much was made of, and I really do hope, just because it's big, she's yeah, but if she does get it, I think so much was being made of like, oh yeah, a Girl Red Ranger. No one's talking about how, hey, we finally might be getting an Asian Red Ranger to lead the team
Yeah.
from the jump of the show.
Right.
Which, how has that not really happened?
It's
And I
pretty wild.
should be clear. Like when I say that, I mean like East Asian, because we did have like Nick from Mystic Forces actors Lebanese, and that's like West Asian. But
Yeah, she's half Chinese, if I'm not mistaken. We looked it up on stream
Yes.
last week. Yeah, half Chinese.
Yeah, but after all, these are rumors, and until we get official news, we don't know for sure. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
Next month's show, we'll be talking about different people, guaranteed.
Probably,
But
yeah.
it seems like at this point it's
Or
pretty solid.
it'll get preempted again.
yeah.
It'll get preempted
so
again. So just never
a
come
different
out.
news site reported that Deca Mexican was not approached to be
Damn it.
the Power Rangers reboot because he's bald apparently.
Yeah, it's
it
true.
was-
They
it was
do. They
reported
do have
by
a
Deca
hair
Mexican.
quota they need to
I
meet.
can't
I
believe
understand.
this kind of discrimination is still happening in
Yeah,
21st
exactly.
century America.
Exactly. Especially in the
Like
UK.
we can go woke, but we draw the line at bald. Like clearly that's not an issue
Justice
here.
for Deca.
Like
I can be
me
woke
and
and shiny,
Jimmy
thank you very much.
respect the hell out of Hawk and Colin.
They're absolute liars.
Yeah.
You should see the group chat.
Yeah,
They're
Yes,
liars.
we are.
We would never-
like,
we would
we
never-
are abused in the group chat by these
would
scary
never-
motherfuckers.
we would never make fun of the Hawkilles challenge. All
We
right,
would never do that. I would just never do that. It
Never.
just never crossed my mind to do that ever.
never.
Like,
You know what?
You use
You know what?
bald as a slur, and honestly, like being black and gay and bald, Like,
There's so many slurs I can't even.
And a bottom.
You gotta come up with something new for Colin.
Whoa. I am not a bottom. I need to make that very clear. I am not a bottom. No
Colin.
shame.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
Colin,
for
if you
tuning
weren't
into this
bottom,
episode of Ranger Grove
Where can
Radio.
people find you?
We're not bottom shaming. Without bottoms,
No, we're
there
not.
would be no tops. But I'm not one.
But if you were, where could people find you?
Grinder.com/Colin Vision.
Nah,
On social
I got
networks.
Grindr. That's not a joke. I really did.
Yeah.
Say your social networks.
Okay, you can follow me anywhere at Willie J. Co. So pretty much anywhere that's still fine. You know, if I pop up on that social media site, it's likely me.
You can find me at Colin.Vision on Instagram and the all-new Colin Vision on TikTok.
You can find me as Jimmy is a Geek pretty much everywhere. And if you're not too sure, go to jimmyisageek.com, and that gives you a link to everything. That's me, including my blog where I talk smack about Colin. I'll let you guess which one, and my merch. So,
And I am Hawkilles. You can find me everywhere at Hawkilles on Instagram. I'm Hawkilles with an underscore. If you are listening to this and you're like, damn, I really like these guys, I want to listen to more. Guess what? There's another episode up right now at patreon.com/Angel Grove Radio, where we're talking about Gojuger, Zets, Ultraman Omega, and responding to a couple of your YouTube comments. So click that link in the description wherever you are watching. From all of us here at Angel Grove Radio, thank you guys so much for the reception. We will see you back the first Saturday of every month next month.
back in the studio, baby.
Let's go.
Power
Bye.
protect you.